Welcome back for episode 2 of our educational series, Weather 101. Ready to explore the four seasons? And for the record, I'm not talking about the hotel. As you may already know, there are four seasons: spring, summer, fall, also called autumn, and winter. Each season is characterized by its own typical weather, especially here in the mid-latitudes where much of the continental United States is located. But what you may not know is exactly why we have seasons at all. Since weather is mostly driven by the sun's radiation, seasons can only occur because something changes how much radiation is received by portions of the Earth. Those two somethings are that the Earth tilts on its axis and that the Earth orbits the sun. Let's talk about the tilt. The Earth's axis is tilted by approximately 23.5 degrees, which changes the portion of the globe receiving the most direct sunlight. Without the tilt, equatorial regions would always see the most direct sunlight. If you'd like to visualize this at home, find a flashlight and a medium-sized, dark-colored ball. If you have a globe handy, it would be perfect to use. To start the experiment, shine the flashlight on one spot of the ball. Pay attention to exactly where on the ball itself the beam is brightest and most intense. Now, holding the flashlight steady, change the tilt of the ball. Did the location of the brightest beam change? It should have. During summer, the Earth is tilted towards the sun, leading to more daylight hours and more direct sunlight. This combination means more solar radiation and warmer temperatures. During winter, the Earth tilts away from the sun, resulting in less daylight and less direct solar radiation. The reduced energy from the sun causes our colder wintertime temperatures. Now we see how the tilt of the Earth's axis affects the seasons, but what about the Earth's orbit around the sun? The Earth's orbit around the sun, which takes 1 year to complete, is not a perfect circle. Instead, it is an ellipse, more like a squished circle. Here is a fun fact to impress your friends with. The Earth is actually closest to the sun during winter in the northern hemisphere, and farthest during summer in the northern hemisphere. This proves that the distance from the Earth to the sun is not a major factor in our seasons. However, what the orbit does affect is which part of the Earth is tilted toward or away from the sun. During our summer, it's the northern hemisphere, whereas during our winter, it's the southern hemisphere. The four seasons come with their own weather conditions that usually happen within them. A region's climate is tied very closely to the seasons. In Oklahoma and Arkansas, winter is typically characterized by cold weather and wintry precipitation types, like snow, sleet, and freezing rain. As the calendar moves into spring, temperatures start to warm up with the increase in solar radiation, and we also enter our stormy season. Historically, April and May are the most active tornado months in this area. Once summer arrives, hot and dry weather is most often the norm. Then, as the transition from summer to winter occurs, temperatures during the fall are usually colder, and sometimes we get a small increase in our thunderstorm activity. Now let's see how much you've learned about the four seasons with this short but ungraded quiz. First, pause the video and then answer each of the 3 questions. Restart the video when you've got your answers to see how many you got right. All right, here are the correct answers. If you chose D, both the tilt of the Earth and the rotation of the Earth on its axis cause the seasons. False, The Earth is not closest to the Sun during a Northern Hemisphere summer. And C, spring in Oklahoma and Arkansas is usually stormy. Then you absolutely aced this test. Thank you for tuning in to this episode on seasons in our Weather 101 series. Episode 3 will focus on global circulations. Ever wonder why weather systems in Oklahoma and Arkansas usually move from west to east? We'll answer that question and more in the next installment.